is Oscar Manuel Miro-Quesada Urban, otherwise known as Rio Profundo. You can just call me Oscar, or friendly holographic projection, or the need to have somebody stand up here and talk to you. Yet, we are here for many reasons, and we really don't know the ultimate reason. That's the great originating mystery's job. And soon enough, if we empty ourselves enough, if we learn how to die to the small self and allow the big self to blossom and flourish, that great mystery will reveal everything, all its beauty, all its grace to you. That's a shamanic life. And that's to live with courage. For it takes heart. And courage is all about inner resolve. All about doing things with heart, with passion. It doesn't mean you have to wake up in the morning and put on your sacred courage suit and make sure that you are courageous with your Wheaties at breakfast. But it does mean that you are willing to go that little extra bit in everything you do, to extend yourself progressively ever more as a participant in the sacred unfolding of this planet. You experience soul when you look into the eyes of a child, when you look into the eyes of a newly born baby especially. That experience is soul. When you recognize the kinship with a four-legged, with a winged one, with a creepy crawler, when you see that they are a mirror of who you are, that's soul. It's that simple. Tuning in, feeling part of, knowing that you're a strand in a great web. So, I'm going to ask permission to those of you that are standing to call 6 of you up to the center so that you can embody the medicines corresponding to what is called the Pachakuti mesa. This altar's ground is a concentrated version of a larger altar space I have at home. It is called El Banco Maestro, the master field of medicine. And the Pachakuti mesa is like a nautilus shell in its form. It's a Fibonacci numerical progression in terms of its spiral function and all scales of phenomena. And to put it another way, if you are enthralled, if you are drawn into the beauty of a nautilus, it means you grok. You grok the way of the universe. If you like spirals, you're going to be given an opportunity to continue your spiral journey in the progression of your soul way beyond this earthly experience we call life. So I need a hummingbird. Un pequeño cibarquenti, un colibrí. Necesito mi colibrí. Usted es mi colibrí. Venga acá. Come over here. You're going to stand right there in the... You have a hummingbird spirit? You love hummingbirds? You do, I'm sure. Just stand right there and angle yourself in this way. The hummingbird is the center of the Nautilus. It is the soul. It is ether, akasha. It is what unites. Because, like I said before, when you look into the eyes of a newly born child, that soul, it connects. You know the experience. And the sweetness that occurs, that is gifted at that moment, is the nectar that the hummingbird drinks and cross-pollinates throughout the garden. It allows the flowering of beauty and compassion, which is our birthright. That's your dream. That's your story, sister. What is your first name?
Nancy.
Nancy. Welcome to Circle. Up your hands. Rub them together, breathe in 3 times. Rub your hands, breathe in 3 times. De este altar mayor, que así sea y así será, en nombre de San Cipriano, Santa Justina y mi buen maestro y mentor don Celso Rojas Palomino de Salas Chiclayo y don Benito Coriguaman Vargas de Guasón. Bien citado de nombre, gracias. Eso. Thank you, beautiful. I am going to engage you again, certainly. 7 of you that are standing, thank you for your service. You may go back to where you were originally. Appreciate it. You stay where you are, young man. You are the keeper of that sacred flame, the keeper of the fires and the flames. The rest of you may have a seat. Thank you all for allowing yourselves to embrace, for some of you, a first-time, unusual experience, and for others, which is often the case, it's like, wow, this feels familiar. I've done this type of stuff before. And yes, you have. For shamanism is, contrary to popular belief, the oldest profession on this good planet. Right, Philip? The plants in here, the herbs in here, were collected in the most sacred lagoon of my peoples, called Las Guaringas, up in the north of Peru. And it's combined with perfumes and all the sweet-smelling things that, when offered in a sacred way, open up all of the toys, the world of toys. What's his name is? What's this guy's name?
Buzz Lightyear.
What's the name?
Buzz Lightyear.
What is his name?
You know?
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah. What was the name of that movie that he?
Toy Story.
Yeah, okay. You know how they all come to life? That's just what we do here. We bring to life these playmates, these friends. Each one of these has a story of its own. And they all come together and they wake up, and that's why we do our ceremonies at nighttime too, just like in that movie. They all come alive at night. And they go out there and they start doing all sorts of cool things. And you understand that. You're there. Never forget that. I don't care how old you are. You will never forget this. Please? You may go back to sit with your mom. Give me a hug. Thank you for your service, Maestro. So this is what we do in these hoops, in these circles. This is living with courage. And this is Peruvian shamanic wisdom for everyday life. And believe it or not, this little ritual we did, a lot of people that I know, every Wednesday night, they enact it. And on solstices and equinoxes, and in certain phases of the moon that are propitious or auspicious. Whenever the pulses, the tonalities, the ebb and flow, and the cycles of nature call to us to mirror how they move in the heavens through our pilgrimages and our own living on earth, because it's all done with mirrors, a little smoke, sometimes a few magnets. It's been that way for ages. At that moment, the crack between worlds becomes very wide. And by that I mean the same thing I meant in my opening statement, that you're able to connect with the soul, with the animated consciousness in everything. And that's what is missing in the modern world today, which is our birthright, which is who we are. It's what makes us human, the ability to connect with the inner life of oneself and another. And I see that there are many seasoned navigators of that inner world. I experience very open hearts in this hoop. And this is the first time I've ever encountered the majority of you. And I'm extremely grateful for your receptivity to the art and teachings that I've been invited by my beloved sister Deborah here and the good folks here at Urban Namaste to share with you. And it provides me renewed hope, and being an eternal optimist strengthens my eternal optimism to stay on this planet a little bit longer, because I have been given a little visa for extraplanetary travel. I have been offered an opportunity, if I behave myself, purify myself enough, to spend a little time at the Crystal City in Ganymede. For those of you that don't know anything about that, in time. Yet there are other worlds that also, in a three-dimensional sense, are surrogate homes that have been around this planet or available to two-leggeds on this planet to spend extended periods of time beyond a human lifespan. And this may sound totally crazy to you, what I'm saying. It may be incredulous. And you may say, boy, he was doing okay until he got into this all weird UFO stuff. What the hell is he going now? You know, why not just tell it the way it is? It's it's who I am and where I'm at and what my vocation is about, which is to plant seeds of possibility without encouraging people to be attached to what that possibility looks like, but just open to a new level of dreaming, a new level of evolutionary purpose for us humans on this planet. And part of that is deepening our relationship with our star relatives. And in the book, for those of you that are here because of the book, that is my first book, given that it's the first time, I have been at a place of deep inner conviction that I am able to articulate together with my beloved Bonnie Glass Coffin, respected anthropologist, world's expert in female folk healers of the northern coast of Peru. It's an honor to have her collaborate with offering this narrative of the pivotal moments in my life that allowed me to be in front of you right now. And to put it into word, because I had taken an oath of oral transmission of these teachings, of these prophecies, and of these ways. And until now, I adhered to that. I have trained thousands of people over the years since I first opened up my Pachakuti mesa in the northern regions of the world. And two of them have desperately hounded me before I collaborated with Bonnie to put some of this into word. And so Matt McGee and Jason Blasing, Matt wrote an introductory book on the Pachakuti mesa, which is widely used by our community and those practitioners of these arts. And Jason Blasing wrote the teacher, well, collaboratively, we wrote the teacher's manual for people who are part of the Healer Alliance endorsed Teachers of the Pachakuti Mesa, which is an opus magnum. Yet, yesterday, on a call with Barbara Marx Hubbard's sister, Patricia Ellsberg, she asked me to be on a bonus call for her students of the emergence process, and asked me to lead a ritual over the phone for about 150 of her students that were tuning in virtually, of the parallels, the extraordinary similarities of the teachings that were articulated in the narrative that is Lessons in Courage, and the medicine or the body of vision that Barbara Marx Hubbard expresses in her book, Emergence. It was phenomenal, the similarities. The point that I'm making here is this, that Patricia spoke of Lessons in Courage as a poetry of the soul. And that has remained with me. And you may say, oh, he's plugging his book. No, I am sharing with you all in a very open manner that hearing what we wrote as a poetry of the soul is all I need. And now I can say goodbye and go to Ganymede, which is Jupiter's largest moon. Spent a while in the Crystal City. I may take my beloved wife, my Badaim, with me. That gorgeous creature, that saint, that savior of all my evil ways, the restorer of my own sanctity. I bow to your presence, my Bodhisattva partner. That's Cindy, by the way. So that's where I'm at, guys. What is your name, sister? me see your left wrist. Palms facing the hips. You can relax your arms. Breathe, breathe, relax, relax. You're a little tense. Just relax. Just let yourself relax. Put on that poncho. And are you the man by the name of Doug? Oh yes. You are Doug, right? You feel like a Doug to me. I need your medicine to anoint your sister. Were you going to go to the restroom?
No. I was going to pick up either a picture or two.
Whatever you need to pick up, anoint her with that. Sit down. Your name? Marina. Excellent. This is a meteorite. It's very heavy. It's in the form of a heart, an anatomical heart. You see that? Place it to your navel, to your koshko. Sit back. Take in the vibration, effluence, that restorative sound. Close your eyes. I want you to confirm for yourself that you understand the inexplicable union of mind and body, just in your own inner truth. Feel that understanding viscerally, energetically.